Hi, I'm Keisha Cameron,
And I'm Warren Cameron.
and this is High Hog Farm. We are just outside of Atlanta in Grayson, Georgia, and we raise sheep and rabbits for fiber.
We also raise chickens and ducks.
We use really indigenous and regenerative practices on our farm. Our goal is to produce with a relationship to our farm and the ecosystem that we steward so that everything feels like it's done ethically with wellness at the forefront.
Good farming equals good management of the animals, management of the soil, and the practices that we use to be able to accomplish that. So that's what we're going to show you today.
Let's start with one of our most beloved animals on our farm, and that's our sheep. Sheep are one of the most adaptable and efficient grazing animals you can raise on a small farm. We have a small spinner's flock of Gulf Coast sheep, a currently endangered heritage breed sheep on the farm. One of the things that I love about the sheep is that they're excellent source for wool and meat. And I do know some people that like to milk them if you have that kind of courage and good muscle strength. We are slowly establishing a silvopasture system for all of our flock. When they're not on pasture, we utilize a dry lot system where we supplement their free-range diet with minerals, hay, and grain, allowing the pastures to rest. We also support herd health by offering a variety of herbs and native browse that naturally promote parasite resistance. Combined with rotational grazing, we work hard to ensure our sheep always have access to nutrient-dense forage and feed.
In order to support pasture recovery and soil remediation, especially during adverse weather or seasonal pressures, we use the dry lot system as a loafing area for the sheep.
Hi, Wilbur. Dry lots are beneficial for several reasons. A, they're great for protecting pasture health. It prevents overgrazing and soil damage during times of drought or dormancy. B, they offer controlled feeding. It makes it easier to monitor nutrition, especially for pregnant or nursing ewes. C, great for parasite control. It reduces exposure to internal parasites that thrive on moist grasses. And ultimately, D, it offers a nice loafing area, providing a sheltered rest area for the sheep to chill and relax.
The dry lot system works great with a rotational grazing plan. While the sheep are in the dry lot, it gives our pastures chance to regrow, to replenish themselves, and helps with soil remediation. Once the pasture has grown a little bit, we're able to put the sheep back on the pasture with new forage.
One of the biggest challenges with raising sheep on a confined pasture system is the management and prevention of parasites. Left unchecked, heavy parasite loads can cause illness, lead to anemia, and even in severe instances can result in death. We are fortunate enough to have been taught to use the FAMACA test, which is a scoring system that was developed for farmers. It works by comparing the color of the animal's membranes, typically the lower eyelid, to a standardized color chart. The redder the eyelid, the healthier the animal. You're going to push down, and so I can see the membranes of his eyes. That's what you want to see. The same way that you press down on your hand and then you see if the blood rushes back in, you're looking to see if they're anemic or not. Anemia is one of the first indications of barber pole worm and a parasite load, which is a blood sucking, kind of like drains their blood. So you want to always kind of monitor that. Using the system helps farmers identify which animals truly need deworming versus treating the whole flock. This targeted selective treatment helps slow down parasite resistance to dewormers, saves money, and keeps medications effective longer.
The FAMACA test is most effective when combined with other management practices like rotational grazing, pasture rest, and nutritional support. Healthy sheep with strong immune systems can tolerate small parasite loads without showing illness.
Ultimately, raising sheep just requires, as a good shepherdess, it requires observation and care. So using the FAMACA system to monitor their health and well-being, to doing body score condition checks, and making sure that we're supporting the health and well-being of the grasses and forages that they depend on is the hallmark of any good shepherd.
Rotational grazing is not only for sheep, but you can also rotate your flocks within your pastures as well as parts of your field. It not only helps the grass to regrow, but it also helps to prevent parasite buildup. Chickens and ducks actively forage for insects, slugs, and larvae, helping to control pest populations without the need for chemical treatments. Ducks are especially effective in wetter areas or in the orchard where beetles and slugs can be a problem.
Here at High Hog Farm, we raise a variety of endangered breeds of chicken and ducks, like this Cayuga duck that I have here. They are part of the Livestock Conservancy's endangered breed or conservation list. One of the things that I like most about raising them out on pasture is that their manure and their inputs go into the soil and help build soil fertility and improve the soil health. Additionally, one of the things that we do is have our flocks tested with NPIP, the National Poultry Improvement Plan. And they come out biannually and do a blood test to ensure that our flock is free of any of the diseases that could spread and become a problem within our community. And that just allows us some extra insurance or assurances to selling across state lines or even consuming any of the meat or selling any of the chicks.
By moving chickens and ducks through pasture, balancing their diet with foraging, and monitoring flock health through NPIP testing, the farm ensures a sustainable, resilient system that supports both animal well-being and the land they graze on. Everything we do here on the farm works hand in hand.
From our dry lot system to rotational grazing, the way that we manage our animals so that we can make sure we replenish the soil and soil health, and FAMACA checking to make sure our herds and our animals are healthy and well. All of that works together. What we do here is about a relationship that we have to our farm, to the ecosystem that we are working to steward, and to the relationships that we build not only with our animals, but also our community at large.